All right, dope. So, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Digital Dive-In. My name is Monkey.
I am saying God Kush. How you doing?
This is the first time me using my new PlayStation camera I got. I had to do a workaround by live streaming it on my own personal YouTube channel that doesn't do anything, and then downloading it
Well,
and editing it on my own. So it's a whole freaking process, but I think it's going to work better and easier for me, especially. So
he got
yeah,
this camera for his birthday.
I
Happy birthday,
did.
monkey.
I just turned 25, and I'm not sure what to feel. But anyways,
Yeah.
today I'm playing Marvel's Spider-Man because we're talking about some MCU stuff. Now that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, not Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse fail, Spider-Man Far From Home has introduced the idea of the multiverse. And we don't know if this is an actual thing or if it's just Mysterio fucking with people. But assuming it is real, Dark Phoenix is coming out on June 3rd? No, June 7th, sorry. In like 4 weeks. And we all know that this Fox Disney deal went through, which means it's inevitable that the X-Men is going to get rebooted into the MCU. But we wanted to talk about Dark Phoenix in general, what we think about it, and how we think the X-Men will be rebooted into the MCU, if they even will. And we all know that Jules loves X-Men.
I
I
do. I
mean,
do. I mean, and the reboots are doing well so far, and I really appreciate them. You know what I mean?
I mean, people have
I
very
think I
mixed
really
opinions
appreciate it.
about the rebooted X-Men or the rebooted Fox X-Men. So, I mean, a lot of people didn't like Age of Apocalypse. A lot of people didn't like Days of Future Past.
I mean, here's
It's
my
been off
thing.
and on.
Yeah, I mean, X-Men has always been a hit and miss, but so has Fantastic Four. Uh, but
Oh, I
I
mean,
think
Fantastic
X-Men
Four
is
has
kind of one of
been.
those.
Ugh.
I think X-Men is one of those things where like you just have to get the right cast of people and the right people to play it all in one movie. Because I mean, yeah, they cast a great young Magneto for
Oh, they
the
did.
they for
Michael
the
Fassbender
for
was
the reboot.
perfect.
Yeah, it was amazing, and that's one of the reasons why I really do love the That's one of the reasons why I do love the new X-Men movies is because they put focus on Eric, they put focus on Charles in a way that really wasn't in the other X-Men movies because of the
Yeah,
fact that they focused on Wolverine so much, they
they
focused on
did.
Jean
They
Grey,
really
and like
did. It was.
they
I mean,
focused on them so much.
I dug it because it was Wolverine. I love Wolverine.
Yeah, and they did a spot on, casting with Hugh Jackman.
Oh my god, they
But at the
did.
end of the day, like now that he's gone, like they need somebody else to invest into. So I really
Pretty
appreciate the fact
much
that it was I appreciate the fact that it was
rebooted.
yeah, not yeah, and done. And that's the thing, like Apocalypse wasn't bad, and I'll say it wasn't bad just because I am pretty hard and critical about superhero movies because I do love the comics and the cartoons from the 90s. But at the end of the day, like it could have been worse. Honestly, it could have been a lot worse. And I really love the focus on Magneto in that movie. It was really about like him trying to overcome his demons and him like succumbing to himself essentially,
Yeah, I know what you
and
mean.
like trying to give humans a chance and like they killed his family. Like, oh my God, it was
Yeah, they did a
the
good job with
emotional.
Magneto. They did a really good job with Magneto and his connections in the new X Men. And I find it interesting that every single X Men franchise always ends with Dark Phoenix. And I understand that's how it is in the comics and stuff. And I have a feeling that, well, that's another thing we have to talk about. But like, I just find it funny that they're again going with the Dark Phoenix arc to end the sort of quote unquote end the new X Men franchise, I guess. But with Dark Phoenix coming out and New Mutants also coming out soon. Well, that's what this year. I think New Mutants is this year.
I I'm not sure. Like with all the offshoot like
I
hero
thought
movies, I don't
yeah, it's
really
coming
keep up
out.
with them.
It's coming out August 2nd. New Mutants. So that's happening too. But we all know that X-Men is 100% going to get rebooted into the MCU. So the question is, will they keep the cast, or this cast, or do you think that they're going to completely reboot it again and put it into the MCU? And how do you think it's going to happen?
I mean, Marvel has been always done complete reboots. Marvel has never done like half-ass reboots where they reboot a little bit of it and like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think it is going to get 100% rebooted, but I also think that they're going to tie like the hypothesis. One of the hypotheses is that next they're going to try and do like Secret Wars, you know what I mean? And they're going to try and incorporate Fantastic Four and incorporate other superhero groups to like take place of the Avengers, because most of the Avengers, like all the important Avengers, their contract was up. The actors for those characters, their contract is up, and they didn't want to renew them.
Well, the only ones that are out are obviously Tony, Robert Downey Jr.
Anyway,
are you okay?
No, I'm sorry. I just love the death of Tony Stark. It's amazing. God. Tony Stark is probably one of my least favorite heroes in Marvel or DC. Just one of my least favorite heroes. Dude, but Robert Downey, like by giving him a kid, it's like Robert Downey. I still know you're an asshole.
What? Okay, first of all, Robert Downey Jr. did an amazing job as Tony Stark, and his character portrayal. He did. And his character portrayal was perfect in the MCU.
No, I just hate the character Tony Stark himself, like the comic book, like his personality. I just don't like him as a person, like his character, like his personality. No, Robert Downey Jr. did an amazing job. I wasn't saying that at all. Like it was. Don't get me wrong. It was an amazing movie. But no, I feel like the way they're going to try to incorporate X-Men is try to. I don't know, because the fact Marvel has so much lore and has so much story and so many different stories about different superhero groups joining other superhero groups and making a mega superhero group. But I don't know if Marvel's going to go that route with the movies based off of like finances, based off of like what the actors can do based on their schedules, because they're probably making other movies. You know what I mean?
Oh
so
yeah,
it's kind of
absolutely.
hard to say like. It's like, yeah, everybody would love an Avengers and Fantastic Four team up, or like an Avengers and the X-Men team up, which does happen in the comics.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Seeing it actually happen on the screen is like, I don't know how likely it is. So as far as the reboot, I honestly don't know how they're going to reboot it, because I don't know if they're going to make Wolverine the central, the central character again.
They didn't even make him the central character. They didn't even make him the central character in the new X-Men movies. Like he was a central character in one movie, and that was it.
I mean, I was saying like once they recast him, like because they weren't recasting him. Like Hugh Jackman was kind of doing the little cameos, but like he wasn't really like doing a lot, because he probably knew he wasn't gonna be Wolverine too much longer.
No, well the only person to do more cameos as his comic book character than Hugh Jackman as Wolverine was Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. So he was right now he is the record to beat. So I know they're of course they're going to recast Wolverine, which I'm kind of on the edge about, because I feel like Wolverine, like Iron Man, is one of those roles that you just can't recast, because those actors just owned that role completely.
Yeah, they did.
So it's going to be weird to me.
You can't even imagine anybody else playing that role almost.
Exactly. I mean, I can't, really. Whenever I'm asked, who would you want to play Wolverine? I'm like, Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman.
Right, exactly.
It's Hugh Jackman. He's the only Wolverine that I'm ever going to acknowledge. I'm sorry, but...
It's the same thing with Thor. Honestly, same thing with Thor. I don't
same thing with Thor. Else. Same thing with Cap. Same thing with all the main Avengers. I can't say anyone else as them. Spider-Man is the only one I can see to change, because he's changed so much already for me.
And Hulk. I can see Hulk, because Hulk has had so many changes.
Exactly.
But as far as X-Men goes, honestly, Dark Phoenix, I honestly am on the fence about how that's going to look, how that's going to go.
Because the last Dark Phoenix we got was horrible.
I mean, no, the second movie, the X-Men 2, was a good movie.
I'm not talking about that.
Started.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about
X-Men 3.
Yeah, X3. X3 was garbage.
I mean, I could deal with X3 just because it gave me closure for the series. Like, it gave me a lot of closure. They closed a lot of things out. You know, it was kind of what I needed from the series. You know what I mean?
That's
but like,
fair.
I do agree. Like, there were some things that could have been done a little bit better. You know, I didn't. I wasn't. I was never a big fan of Cyclops, but I didn't expect him to die. You know what I mean?
For real though, yeah, that was kind of like, oh, okay, cool.
I was like, wait, this is a dream, right? Like, this is somebody. Like,
And it looks like in this movie we're going to see the death of Mystique, maybe. I mean,
Yeah,
that's kind of what they're building up to, I guess.
Yeah, but you can't kill Mystique. She has a kid. Who I
Again,
think is
they're rebooting. Well, yeah, I think Nightcrawler is officially in the comics, anyways. I don't know. So far, like, they already have Nightcrawler in both these movies, and we both know he's definitely not Mystique's kid. But with how weird these timelines are, I mean, that's very fucking possible. But who knows? Are you okay?
I like Marvel's excuse for everything. It's like, oh yeah, it's a different timeline. So
Yeah,
that's why it's
basically.
not comically accurate? Okay, whatever.
Well, I mean, technically, because I mean, now that we see that, like, I think your mom's yelling at you. Who is that?
Right, hold on for 1 second.
All right, go for it, my dude. Good luck. Wink. So, hi guys, how are you? Kate, Jules is being yelled at. Press F for Jules. Woohoo!
This is Control. Boss wants a status update on 2 bridges. Over. Demons firing on our position. Need backup.
Woohoo!
Those Sable guys might be able to handle this, but I can't take the chance. Hey, I'm not with those guys, but I'm still gonna kick your butts.
Okay, cool.
Are you all good? Everything good with you?
No, yeah. My mom just really wanted my attention for a second.
Fair enough. But anyway, so yeah, I think what's actually going to happen with bringing the Fantastic Four into the MCU is if Spider-Man Far From Home is like being legit about this multiverse, that I think that would be the best way to bring them in. Like, just have them come in from another universe.
Yeah, I mean,
Because-
honestly, that probably.
Because look at all
Go
like
ahead.
look at all the instances with fucking like X-Men, what were they? Agents of Shield, all that shit. Like even like the Avengers, like all like the powered people in their respective universes are either like in the Avengers they're called enhanced. In the X-Men, they're mutants. In Agents of Shield, it's what are they? Inhumans. You know, like they all have their own respective
Universes
like,
and like
yeah.
things that you're doing, yeah.
So it's all like I don't know how they could just suddenly be like, oh, mutants are in this world now, but like where were they before?
Right, exactly. Like I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what they do because with them trying to like do Fantastic Four and then do X-Men and like try and tie everything together, it's going to be very interesting to see how they do it. Honestly, that's probably the easiest way because they've already messed up the story, like not messed it up, but they've already changed the story so much that trying to involve everybody in the same universe without some kind of multi-dimensional,
Yeah,
you know,
without something
rip
huge
would be-
happening.
Yeah, it would be wrong. It would be so wrong.
And now that
So-
they're talking about like I said, Far From Home's might possibly be introducing the multiverse, it makes total sense that would be a really good way to introduce all of these freaking characters. Fantastic Four, X-Men, whoever else they really want to.
I mean, that's the great thing about. I mean, I think they're really taking advantage of the fact that comics that superheroes have gotten to this point where they're doing different dimensions, and because of that, they can kind of do whatever they want, even in the comics. You know what I mean? Like, oh, somebody's dead, they can just come back through another dimension, or you just take that character from another dimension.
I don't think we're going to see a lot of these characters come back. I mean, they brought back
that, but that was just like an example. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever you do, you can just rectify it by going to another dimension or time traveling or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I think they're really taking advantage of that.
They brought back Gamora due to time travel. And I mean, there's another thing. Like, they could probably bring
everybody.
They might be able to bring back. Well, they didn't bring back Nick Fury. Nick Fury was always around. He never died.
He did die. He faded away. He never died. Endgame.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, okay. That's different though, because they've undid the whole snap. That's different,
right? But that's what I'm saying. He came back through time travel.
That's not technically, but I mean, he was the same character. Like Gamora, the past Gamora is not the same Gamora that was lost in Infinity War.
Yeah.
You know. And I don't know if they're really going to bring back Black Widow, like a past Black Widow. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
So it's just kind of like, you know. But another question that I wanted to bring up is, who do you think we are going to... I don't know if we talked about this before on the channel, but who do you think we're going to see first to come into the MCU? X-Men or Fantastic Four?
X-Men.
X-Men, really?
X-Men's already on a roll, and they've already been doing okay. Fantastic Four has just been a shit show ever since Silver Surfer, to be honest.
True. However, they already kind of softly teased Fantastic Four in Spider-Man Homecoming, because when they were talking about when they were like moving everything out of Stark Tower, and they said that Tony Stark sold the tower and they're moving everything upstate. When like everyone was expecting like, oh, he sold his tower to Reed Richards and it's going to become the Baxter Building.
The Baxter Building.
So the old Avengers / Stark Tower is going to become the Baxter Building. Maybe. Who knows? But that's kind of what I think, and that's kind of what I think they are gearing towards, because Fantastic Four hasn't had anything going on since the really, really, really bad reboot that Fox did.
Right.
Whereas X-Men has been doing a bunch of stuff. So
that's what I'm saying.
I have a feeling that it's going to take a little bit longer for them to reboot Fantastic or X-Men, because they have to recast the entire universe. Yeah. Whereas Fantastic Four, they've had all this time, and they've probably been thinking and talking about it already.
Now I've seen talks of, like, you know, the dude from A Quiet Place, like I forgot his name, like John Karowski or something like that.
Yeah, John Krasinski. He played.
They've been teasing him.
He played what's his face in The Office. He played.
Jim.
Jim, yeah.
Yeah, they've been teasing him as maybe being Reed Richards, and they gave him like a little gray in like one of the pictures. I was like, oh, I can see that.
Oh, it would be perfect. See that. It would be absolutely perfect. Really dope. I want him as Reed Richards, and I want Emily Blunt as Invisible Woman.
Yo,
because they're married in real life, and that's why The Quiet Place was so good, because they had that on-screen chemistry that made it absolutely fantastic, quote unquote.
Ha 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 ha. No, I agree, but honestly, I did love Fox's original casting, like Jessica Biel, like, you know,
it was good.
Wilford, you know. And the Thing, they got the Thing like spot on. Like, I did love and Johnny.
Yeah,
Johnny
Storm. The cast was good. Yeah, right. Captain America's Fantastic Four. Oops.
That's the same thing with Josh Brolin. Like, you got Josh Brolin being Thanos and fucking
Cable.
What's call it from Deadpool? Yeah,
Cable. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see what they do with Cable. I mean, to be fair, Josh Brolin was heavily CGI'd for Thanos, so I mean, it's easy to have him come in and do both characters.
Yeah.
That's not that difficult.
No, it's not.
Oh
it's
shit!
Not.
Who caught me? What? Who caught me? But anyways, yeah. Personally, I think they're gonna do Fantastic Four first, and then introduce X-Men at a later time. Assuming they plan on rebooting X-Men, completely rebooting them. God damn it! How am I supposed to do this?
Probably.
And I think that's what they're going to do. I think the only character that's not going to get rebooted is Deadpool, because duh. Is Deadpool. Deadpool has been the one character that has been absolutely perfect. Maybe yeah.
Charles.
I mean, James McAvoy has been doing a fantastic job as Professor X. Like,
oh yeah, I believe so. And I don't know why he people actually don't like him. I'm like,
I think he's perfect.
Like, he's been killing it lately.
I think he's absolutely perfect. What am I supposed to do?
I'm just like, yo, why would you say such a thing? Don't try to hurt my feelings.
Right.
You know? No, I feel like, yeah.
I absolutely love him. But I don't know how this movie's going to work. I don't know what people are going to think about Dark Phoenix purely because of the state that the Fox X-Men is in.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like I don't think it's going to be good. And it's weird for me to say that because I've been such a strong supporter of the X-Men movies lately. But I'm sorry, the costumes, as comically accurate as they are to like X-Men Evolution and like a couple other alternate X-Men costumes, it looks tacky as fuck. The acting doesn't seem like it's there for for Jean. Like she plays a great Jean, but it doesn't seem like she's gonna play a great Dark Phoenix. Like, say whatever you want about X3. She played the shit out of Jean Grey.
Oh, she did. She was fantastic.
Like, she played the shit out of Dark Phoenix. So I was all about it, and that's why I did like X3. Like, there were some people that like you saw that were in X-Men Evolution, like Spike. You saw Spike for a little bit. You saw a couple cameos of some other people. Fucking Iceman, Bobby got his shit on. Like,
oh yeah, that was dope.
Hey, yo, you know what I'm saying? Going against Pyro and shit. Like, that was awesome.
Pyro was such a douchebag. Oh my god.
He was, but he was so accurate though, because he is kind of a douchebag in the comics. Like, he just doesn't care.
Yeah, he kind of is.
So I don't know. I think I'll go see it. I'll still go see it, but my expectations are not going to be high.
Exactly. And I don't think anyone's expectations are high, purely because they know that this version of the X-Men is probably kind of dead already, because Fox already got bought out by Disney. So, and we all know Disney is probably going to, again, recast and reboot the entire universe. So, like, I'm kind of like, what's the whole point of this?
But I mean, this was probably in production before that.
It was. Yeah, no, that's the point. Like, of course, it was in production, but it was like they could have either gone in one of two ways. Like, they could have just canceled the movie because they got bought out, or they are going to release it and then it's just going to be the end of it.
I mean, but you got to think about people's livelihood. Like, I
understand.
I wouldn't do that to actors. Like, yeah.
There's only two ways. There's only two ways this movie could go. Same with New Mutants. Yeah. And New Mutants, I don't think is in any way related to this X-Men universe, anyways.
I don't think so.
I don't know. It's weird. Fox was starting to do a whole like DCEU shit and just start releasing stuff randomly for no reason whatsoever, other than it's a movie.
Yeah, but at the same time, I kind of agree with like people get like I think we've had enough of like everybody trying to link everything together. Like, let's just have standalone shit for standalone heroes.
No, I think that's what we're gonna. I think that's what we're gonna get with the MCU going forward for a while. Is just going to be standalone movies. You know, I don't think they're going to be completely interlinked together after Endgame. I mean, a lot of these are just going to be their own movies and stuff. Like, yeah, they're going to start building up the new universe, but they're going to mostly just be like, you know, their own stuff. They might relate to some of the other movies, but ultimately they're going to be, you know, standalone. True standalone. That's what I'm expecting anyways. It could end up being totally different. But I think everyone's on that, like, you know, interconnected kick right now, especially with Endgame. So, who knows?
I mean, honestly, as long as they do it in a way that doesn't feel forced or rushed, then I guess I'll be okay with it.
Exactly. That's the biggest thing. As long as Marvel continues to do what they're good at, take their time with their movies, and deliver quality shit, I am gonna love it no matter what.
Dude, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here, dog. I'm about to murder you. No, yeah, I agree. And I think they're also going to wait for, like, their games, because they have, like, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 coming out, you know what I mean? And they're trying to, like, do stuff like that, so maybe they might try to, like, incorporate, like, some kind of universe, some storyline where, like, all these heroes come from different alternate, like, dimensions, you know what I mean, to come fight some big battle. You know, and that's how, like, X-Men gets introduced, and that's how Fantastic Four gets introduced.
That's a very, very good possibility, but I guess we just have to wait and see, because Far From Home is coming out in what? When's Far From Home coming out?
I don't care.
Whoa.
You know how I feel about these things.
Yes, but the movie does still look really good. Okay, so Far From Home's coming out.
Mysterio looks really good.
Far From Home's coming out July 2nd. X-Men Dark Phoenix is coming out in 4 weeks on June 7th, and then New Mutants is coming out August 2nd. So we got a summer of superhero movies, pretty much, and they're all gonna. I know they're all gonna be really good. And I'm wearing my Iron Spider armor right now because it looks so freaking good in this game. Oh my god. Hey, someone's watching. Hi. Whoever's watching this video, you're gonna see this on the Digital Dive-In channel on Wednesday. On Wednesday.
Talking.
Yeah, this is like the raw footage, so congratulations. You're seeing it before everyone else. But anyways, I think that's really all we want to talk about. I mean, like I said, I don't know how Dark Phoenix is gonna go. I'm not too hype about it. It looks okay, but meh. I think it's like too little, not too little, too late. But I don't think there's a real point in this movie if we're just gonna see it rebooted in the next few years. New Mutants is the same thing. I don't know what they're even trying with that movie. Hi, how you doing? And then I don't know how. I don't know how this multiverse is going to work. The multiverse opens up the opportunity for a whole lot, and they could do so much with it. But I don't know what they're actually going to do with it.
One thing I would want, I just want to see Daredevil again. Like they only made one Daredevil movie, which I actually freaking love.
It was okay.
They make this Daredevil series that's fucking amazing, and then they cancel it. I'm like, yo, come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
One of my low-key, Daredevil's actually one of my favorite Marvel superheroes because he's like
on
the darker side of things.
I don't actually know why Marvel canceled all those TV shows. I really don't know why. It's really bizarre to me.
Like they were all doing relatively well. You know, and they were setting up for some good shit in the next season for all of those series, and then it just like, and the writers didn't even know that they were getting replaced. Like,
Daredevil season 3 was okay. It wasn't my favorite, but it was still pretty good.
I liked it just because it was really like introspective. Darker. It focused a lot more on the villains, and that's the thing I did really care. I did respect about Daredevil was like they made you care about the villains. Like they gave Wilson Fisk a soul. Like I never cared about Wilson Fisk before Daredevil. Like so, I would just want MCU to just bring my Daredevil back. Like come on, they don't already fucked up Hulk. Like they're not doing anything with Hulk. Just give me something with Daredevil at least.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you on that part.
And I think I definitely who would you have replaced honestly, like who would you have replaced Jean Grey? Like who would you have replaced Cyclops? I don't really like the Cyclops for the reboot. I really don't like him at all.
He's kind of weird, but they're trying to do a more adolescent version, which I 100% understand.
I don't. Fuck adolescence. That time of your life sucks.
Oh, did I die? Fuck. But no, like that's what they're trying to do with this entire franchise, this new X-Men franchise. So again, I understand why they went with the actor and why they went with all those characters. But I don't know. Cyclops has never been a super interesting character to me. He's just been kind of like, yeah, he's there. Okay, cool, whatever.
Well, I mean, he is interesting because he is like a twin brother that's super powerful, and they end up becoming some of the most powerful mutants in existence almost.
Why are mutant twins always so freaking powerful?
I don't know. It's so weird.
They got Fenris. They got the clone twins from Get the Gifted. They got all the freaking twins are always so freaking powerful, and I don't know why. But
so
no, I don't know. I don't know. The whole recasting thing, it can be a whole other topic. And we can do that at another time because that's a big,
word.
That's a big conversation. That's a big question.
Because there's so many recasts to do.
Oh, there are, exactly. But anyways, yeah, what are your guys' thoughts about the X-Men Dark Phoenix specifically? How do you think the MCU is going to handle their reboot and introducing them, Fantastic Four, and the possibility of this multiverse? What do you think is going to happen? Let us know all your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, go ahead and swipe right on that like button. If you're new to the channel and if you're new to the channel and you like what you see here, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that bell so you get notified when we go live. Then share our stuff with all your friends so they can see how awesome we are. We can grow and spread our word and everything. There's going to be a lot of changes coming. I'm talking with the whole group, seeing what we like and what we don't like, and some things here and there. New name, new logo, everything basically. New content plan, whatever. It was all coming. I will keep you guys updated. Do not worry. But yeah, guys. Jules, thank you so much for coming on.
Of course, of course.
Ladies and gents, thank you so much for watching. Stay excellent, and we'll see you in the next dive-in.
Whoop whoop. I'm probably going to check.
Yeah. Whoop whoop.